Hey guys, Brian here, and I'm just having my morning cup of coffee. I was going to do this and do a little editing today because last night I kind of recorded a video. Had about an hour to kill. My wife and son were at a party, and I went around to a couple of shops and picked up some Blu-rays and DVDs, so I was going to do a little pickup video, I guess. And while I was at it, I remembered that I was supposed to do a tag video for Rambox, so I did the tag video and all that in one clip. As it turns out, my phone, which I did it on, it has this great feature where it grabs the ambient light for pictures. So if you're in the dark, because it was night, it'll do that. As it turns out, it doesn't do that for video, so I'm like an amorphous black blob. At one point, a car alarm goes off in the background. It was pretty bad. So I decided I would quickly reshoot it here this morning so I could get that out. So I'm going to focus on the tag video right now. As I mentioned, I was tagged by Ramvox. He has this awesome video game channel. He lives in Japan. He talks about great games. He has a lot of great ideas and thoughts, and I think it's definitely worth checking him out, so go check him out. So the tag video had 3 questions. I used to love these. I haven't done one of these since like 2009. So the first question was, what game would you want complete in box? What would be the game you want most CIB? And that's easy for me. It would be Final Fantasy III for the Super Nintendo. It's my favorite game of all time. I know it's pricey, I know it's spendy, and you know, I've kept my eye out for it over the years, but I've never seen one that was complete in box that wasn't astronomically overpriced. You know, you can get them with just about everything, but not quite. And I know I would try to get the pieces that I might miss in a good lot, but I haven't quite seen the one to get yet. I do have the Japanese counterpart. This is Final Fantasy VI for the Super Famicom. And this is basically mint. There's a few little, there's a little notch here, like a little bump here, and a little bump on this corner, I think. But this is complete in box. I absolutely adore this. It's like one of my prized possessions. So I'd love to put the two of them together, maybe on a shelf someday. It'd be really cool. So Final Fantasy III for the Super Nintendo would definitely be my complete in box game of choice. Second question was, what's your favorite flavor of potato chip? It's funny, I've watched all these videos and watching all kinds of them, and basically everybody's been like, yeah, I don't really like chips, but you know, here's one I like. I'm an absolute chip fiend, as you can tell by my husky exterior. I love chips. My favorite chip of all time was Hostess barbecue chips. In the mid-90s, I think, Lay's bought them out here in Canada. And they quickly kind of got rid of their brand of potato chips and brought in Lay's. And they got Mark Messier to do commercials. It was this whole thing. So when they switched from the Hostess barbecue over to Lay's barbecue is like a sweet barbecue, whereas Hostess is a hot barbecue. So I didn't like those chips anymore. I was pretty distraught. I eventually switched over to Humpty Dumpty barbecue. It was another brand. They were pretty good. Really enjoyed them. Eventually, they got bought up by Old Dutch, I think around the mid-2000s. Interestingly enough, though, Old Dutch, when they carried the barbecue chip at first, if you looked at the bag, it actually said Humpty Dumpty flavored barbecue chips. It was really weird, so it was like their Old Dutch is the brand, but they kept the flavor of the other brand. It was kind of weird. But in the last couple of years, they've dropped that off and changed the formula for the chips. They're a little sweeter now. I think they've added cinnamon or something like that. So it doesn't taste the same. They're not as good. I have stumbled upon this random no-name barbecue potato chip. It's like a grocery brand, grocery store. Oddly enough, it's a corner store that's near me stocks this particular grocery brand in their store, and they have a really, really good barbecue chip, so I've been eating that one lately. And I know altogether too much about potato chips. You're sitting there thinking, what's wrong with this guy? But one last little tidbit, Hostess actually as a brand still exists. And I think it's in Ontario, they still make the Hostess potato chips, which they don't sell anywhere else in Canada as far as I know. And you can still get Hostess barbecue chips. I don't know if they're exactly the same as they've always been, but I think you can only get them at like low-end grocery stores or something like that. So to my homies over there in Ontario, you know, have a bag for me or something like that, because they were incredible, and you guys are lucky you can still get them. Alright, what was the third question? Third question was vacations. What was your favorite vacation? My favorite vacation, without a doubt, was my honeymoon. My wife and I went to Italy for about 20 days. Really incredible trip. We had incredible weather. You know, I think it rained once when we were in Florence, but we started off in Rome and we worked our way down to the south and then back up the east coast, and then we did the lakes and it was just an absolutely incredible trip. I would love to go back there. I really, really loved Italy. Great food, great wine. We met some really great people. It was just awesome. So that would definitely be my vacation of choice. I have to tag 3 more YouTubers. That's 6, sorry. I'm going to kind of spread this out to the movie community because all the guys that I know in the gaming community so far I think have been tagged at some point. So I'm going to pick a couple of guys that are actually gamers that might actually want a game complete in box. I will tag, let me see here, I'll tag Pizowell, one of my homies. Actually, all 3 of these guys are going to be buddies of mine from the Sausage Factory, which is our movie chat show we do every Thursday. And I actually got to make an episode last Thursday, so that's pretty cool. I haven't been able to do that in a while. So I'm going to pick Pizowell, I'm going to pick Orc, and I'm going to pick Cole. So I'll make sure to tag the 3 of those guys and get hold of them via social media and let them know they've been tagged. So to reiterate the 3 questions, they were: what's your favorite what would be the one game you would want complete in box in your gaming collection if you have one? What is your favorite flavor of potato chip, and what was your favorite vacation? Those are the 3 questions. I guess that's everything. Oh, I guess I'll show these. Since I did do it in the video last night, and this will be super quick. Picked up Poltergeist I think it was at Walmart for like $5 or something like that. I was trying to think of something that my wife and I could watch. She doesn't really like watching like gore fest movies or something like that, so I thought this would be a good one, although afterwards I remembered that she doesn't really like creepy kids. And I know this isn't really a creepy kid movie, but there is a kid in it, so I don't know how well that's going to go over. But that is Poltergeist. I went to Walmart, and oddly enough, they had Poltergeist 2 for $6.88. I thought, why not finish off the 2 of them? I think this is kind of a generic. I don't think there's any special features or anything like that on it. It is in 1080p, 5.1 surround stereo, so you know, I mean, I guess I wouldn't expect there to be too many features for Poltergeist 2, but now I have the 2 of those. I prefer this cover because it's actually the cool movie cover, and this one's some kind of a weird Photoshop job that they did, but there's those 2, the Poltergeists. And this one here I'm particularly jacked about. I follow this guy. If you've been watching Pizowell's channel this Halloween, he's been doing a little bit of a Dario Argento kind of retrospective, talking about some different Argento films. I had no idea that he did Dracula. Dario Argento's Dracula, which yes, I picked up for $15 on DVD. I had no idea that this happened whatsoever. I'm trying to find the date on here of the movie. All I can find on here is like the DVD date. I think it was 2012. I don't know when he did this, but you know, I was looking at it. I mean, that looks like Asia Argento on the cover, his daughter. I'm assuming. As soon as I saw Dracula by Dario Argento, I was interested. But then I looked at the back and I saw that Rutger Hauer plays Van Helsing. You can kind of see him on the cover there. Actually, you probably can't because this camera doesn't autofocus, and I've probably been putting fuzzy pictures in your face the last couple of minutes. But yeah, Rutger Hauer as Van Helsing, Dario Argento's Dracula. Had to see this, so I picked that up. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to watch it, but I just had to have that. So that's everything. That's everything I did in the video last night, I guess. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you again, Ramvox, for tagging me. I was kind of hoping secretly I would get tagged, so I was pretty excited. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.